felt like if we planted the seed of resale at the point of purchase to the customer, then we kind of reduced the risk that it didn't get recirculated. Like, so we have a little widget that sits on our brand's product pages, which says you can sell this item when it's done. It tells you how simple it is. In my maybe naive mind, that is a great way to make someone think, hang on a second, reselling my clothes, yeah, I'm going to do that. You're constantly being reminded, you're not just buying this for one use, you're buying this to keep it going. All right, I'll look after it. I know I can get money back for it. I know it's going to be easy. So I think it's a little bit about helping the brands, a big bit about helping the brands who are doing things well, because they should be rewarded for the quality that they're baking into their clothing, for the brilliant practices that they are undertaking, and a lot about changing behavior. I mean, it felt like trying to do that in a silo, trying to build a resale business which is completely detached from the fashion industry, that's broken. That's not the right way to go about it. We've got to help the industry move as well, but do it in a viable way that, again, isn't tokenistic. Like, there are quite a lot of resale take back schemes that kind of sit there on brand websites, and they're a good marketing ploy, but no one's using them because they're not very easy, they're not very intuitive. So that's pointless as well, as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, is that balance constantly is what we're what we're obsessed about, like making sure that we're creating something which is viable and easy for consumers and for brands.
It's operations and systems again, like that, it's at the heart of this. So you need, and this is one of the first things when I did my first research, when I started that out, was to sit with people and ask them what would help them make the shift. Like citizens, I would sit there and interview them, and most of them said it needs to be easy. If it was easy, and if it was just like something of a click of a switch to change, and it may, even if it cost me 30% more, I'd do that, right? So like it has to involve the customer as a part of the journey of bringing them into this new way of
It absolutely
living. It
does.
is living differently, isn't it? So
It's living differently, and it's joining those dots. So you're joining the consumer to the brand and are sitting in the middle. And as I say, like so many circular businesses do only one or the other. So there are lots that cater just to the customer, and they leave the brand out of it. And there are lots that cater just to the brand, but they don't think about the customer aspect. And they're like, we'll build a resale program that works for brands. Well, great, but if the customer won't use it because you've not thought about their journey, what the hell is the point? So that, we're lucky in that, doing 4 years of rental meant we were constantly doing what you do, Rachel, and talking to the customer and saying, well, what is working, what isn't working? And I think we had to take a long, hard look at ourselves with rental, in that we were building a business. We did become the biggest kids wear rental business in the UK. We did have 20 brand partners. It wasn't insignificant, and it was working for those customers that used it. It was viable financially. But were we doing what we wanted to do, which was to change the way people behaved? No, not really, if I'm honest, because what people kept telling us was we rent additionally. So we're still buying clothes, but not everybody. There were some people who replaced their wardrobe with rental and, really did stop shopping. But most people were buying still and then using rental as like a guilt-free way of topping up the wardrobe. And we're like, that's not
wow.
we're here for. We're here to change for the better, not just allow people to consume more guilt-free. So it's things like that when you actually talk to your customer about what they're actually doing,
Yeah.
that really informs, strategic direction massively. And yeah, we try to do that, not always as well as we should, but we do try to do that as much as we possibly can.